Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's up? Good morning. It is currently 6 a.m. for me. I have just rolled out of bed to the news that the Escape from Tarkov patch point 13 patch notes have just dropped. So lads, what we're going to do is we are going to go right over and into the patch notes because we don't have much time until the game actually wipes. We present the Escape from Tarkov point 13 patch notes. There will be a wipe with this patch. So lads, just before I get into this, I am going to be live a lot during this. So if you guys want to go follow my stream, link is down in the description below. Twitch.tv/tweak. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good crack if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Tarkov news and all of the new things that we're going to discover during this wipe. It's all going to be posted to this channel. So, new content. Streets of Tarkov. Since the establishment of Special Economic Zone in the Norvinsk region, the city of Tarkov has become the center of its development and the key location on the map. Lavishly fueled by international investment, in a short time the city grew into a large metropolis with all the respective infrastructure. One of the main investors was Terra Group, officially and biotechnology R&D company with offices in 18 countries across the world. However, lists of interests extend much wider than claimed and its appetite keeps growing. Most of the major enterprises in Tarkov and the Norvinsk region were in one way or another connected to the organization. The city is home to its main office, laboratories, workshops of industrial enterprises, and such of the USEC private military company hired by Terra Group for security. The city of Tarkov is located in northwest Russia and is part of the Norvinsk region. It is located on the right bank Gulf of Finland in the south of the, I'm going to butcher this, Karelian Isthmus. Population of once an actively developing city was nearly 1 million people. In the mid-60s of the 20th century, there was a large instrumentation and electronic defense companies built before the city, which served as the basis for the development of Zato. Close administrative territorial formation, the Zato status was lifted in 1994. After a huge corruption scandal associated with Terra Group, when it became clear that the situation would not settle down, the company's management gave its orders to USEC operators to not allow even the government and law enforcement officials to access the facilities. PMC operatives fulfilled the task, while virtually the entire senior middle management of Terra Group left the city. After this, a mass evacuation of all company resources began. Chaos erupted into the city. To counter the USEC PMCs, who were still defending the property of Terra Group, a newly created PMC Bear, officially unrelated to the government but rumored to have direct protectorate of the Russian authorities, was sent to the city. Active fighting broke out between the two PMCs using all kinds of weaponry. All this time the population was actively evacuated by the city's own resources, as well as help the Russian armed forces and the UN peacekeeping contingent. In a short time, the chaos that was happening made the city remain frozen in the state of which its inhabitants had left it. The entire official contingent was withdrawn. Only the marginalized and crime elements that wanted to make profit and pillage the city decided to stay. Tarkov was cordoned off, and entering and leaving the city became impossible. A significant number of Bear and USEC operatives have lost contact with their command, and now they have to find their way out of Tarkov. Hey guys, Escape from Tarkov, it's the name of the game. Oh my god. Wow. This update adds a part to the city of Tarkov, located at the intersection of Primorsky Avenue and Klimov Street. This part of the location contains an abandoned factory, Pinewood Hotel, news agency building, Concordia residential complex, car dealership, Terracotta business center, cinema, Sparza supermarket, other objects of urban infrastructure. This is the first part of the work on the city, and later the location will be expanded. So there you go. There is the introduction to Streets of Tarkov. Dude, I'm so excited to jump into Streets as soon as this patch drops. Okay, so moving on to the next part, repair kit and enhancements. Weapon, body armor, and plate carriers can now receive a standard of rare improvement when repaired via repair kits. The ability to repair items at level 10 of the corresponding skill. For weapons, it is maintenance. For armor, it is light or heavy armor. Oh, so you have to get the skill to level 10 before you can start getting enhanced perks. Interesting. Okay. Rare enhancements can only be applied at the elite level of the corresponding skill. Jeez, I wonder how long it takes to get this skill up then. This seems like pretty major stuff. The chance and strength of normal standard enhancement depends on the level of the corresponding skill. For body armor and plate carriers, the enhancement reduces the damage a character receives. Weapons can have two kinds of enhancements at the same time. The first is to decrease the malfunction chance, and the second is an accuracy increase. The enhancement is effective within a certain range of the item's technical condition or armor points and will be removed in case of another repair. The enhancement and its value of the item, the selling price, insurance, and flea market fee. Okay, the intelligence skill now affects the amount of repair points that will be spent on repairs. Oh, so that's to reduce the amount of the repair kit that you're using. Now the value of the removed max durability of an item when repairing via repair kits depends on the corresponding skill. For weapons, it's weapon maintenance. For armor, it's light armor and heavy armor. For other items, durability points, it is intelligence. Interesting. So, oh, here's the new skills. Added new skill, light armor. The skill progression reduces the penalty to mobility, wear of armor when repairing, and damage from melee weapons when struck in the armor. So that's for light armor. This one's for heavy armor, skill protection. So reduces the penalty to movement, blunt damage of parts covered by the armor, and wear of the armor when repairing. And then reworked charisma. Skills progression affects the price of insurance, paid extracts, replacement of operational tasks, and price of the scab box and therapist healing service. Cool. Okay, so charisma got a massive buff. Weapons and equipment. Okay, so we've got the GP25 Coistor 40mm underbarrel grenade launcher for all AK automatic rifles with a compatible barrel mount. They have also added the M203 40mm underbarrel grenade launcher for all AR-15 family with the appropriate barrel length and compatible handguards. So we've seen these already. Added the SR2M Varesk 9x21 submachine gun with an SR2MP upgrade kit. Standard issue KP SR2 sight, 20 and 30 round magazines. Oh, cool. Okay, so there you go. Added the Steyr AUG A1 556x45 with modifications and magazines for 10, 30 and 42 rounders. The Glock 19X 9x19 with 19, 24 and 31 round magazines. The Glock 19X. Added the RSH 12. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm so surprised we got another Glock. It's so random. Added the RSH 12.7x55 assault revolvers. This is the revolver that uses ash ammo? This thing's crazy. And then added new equipment, so they're not going to tell us. So I'm assuming there's going to be other guns and other things that they haven't told us because they always end up leaving a lot out of the patch notes. This is big. Co-op PvE expansion. So added new settings to the competitive game mode, no energy drain and water drain. By checking disable water and energy consumption, the player will not lose energy or hydration over time except from consuming items. With zero energy and hydration, there will be no exhaustion or dehydration and negative effects. You can also now configure the bots. Option to adjust the amount, including full absence and difficulty of bots from solo offline mode is now available in co-op. Dude, this is sick. Spawn point selection options. Players will now have 3 options for selecting a spawn point. All in one place. All players will appear together in the center of the map as online. All players will spawn at random edges of the map, each in their own location, in their own position, and 2 teams. Players in the group will be divided into 2 teams according to the order in which they enter the group and spawned as 2 different teams in 2 different parts of the map. Dude, that's really cool. Weather condition options is now possible to fine-tune the weather. Adjustment options include cloud, fog, rain, and wind. Time configuration, add the ability to set specific time of day for a raid. When selecting the desired value, the time flow will be stopped and will always correspond with the selected hour. It is possible to leave the time as in an online raid. This is the first stage of improving the cooperative mode features. Later on, the functionality will be refined. Some of the planned improvements can already be seen in the interface, such as time flow, health configuration disabled, overload, and others. Hideout added 2 new upgrade levels for the shooting range. The new levels allow you to set up a variety of shooting targets, including moving targets and a training program to improve your shooting accuracy. Yo! Dude, that's fucking cool. Added 5 new stims. Oh, Jesus Christ. Abdulbos 2, Abdulbos harder. A syringe with a homemade drug developed by Sanitar. A new version of the old classic looks like Terror Group Labs experiments did not end with the closure of Terror Group Labs itself. And then we've got SJ12 TG Labs, developed for the operatives of special units. Slows down some functions of the body and they temporarily start working with energy regeneration. Drug forces release a vasopressin in the hypothalamus, which leads to a change in the work of the adrenal glands, lowers body temperature and increases perception. After the end of the action, there is usually a jump in temperature to 40 to 42 degrees as a compensation for the incorrect functioning of the body systems. Perfitorin, blue blood. A blood substitute with the function of oxygen transfer, uses a powerful antidote capable of relieving toxins, poisons, and radiation damage. It was developed by Soviet scientists in the 1980s. It was a submicron emulsion based on PFO compounds. Once in the blood, it temporarily speeds up metabolism and regeneration of tissue. It negatively affects health in case of an overdose or rejection. Jesus Christ. We've also got Trimadol, an opioid synthetic analgesic developed for special forces operatives, central and the spinal cord action, promotes opening of K2 and CA2 plus channels, causes hyperpolarization of membranes and dude, Why do I feel like I'm back in college in my drug and medicinal product analysis course, dude? This is Jesus Christ. It inhibits conduction of pain impulses in addition to an analgesic effect. It increases combat characteristics. Overdose leads to exhaustion of the body after the effects wear off. And we've got P&B, product 16. Let's just call it PCP. Like, it's fine. Like, we get it. A combat stimulant developed by Terra Group Labs and labeled P&B allows short-term activation of the inner muscles, bringing them into a state of hypertonicity, which in turn reduces the received damage. At the same time, there is an active synthesis of proteins for accelerated tissue regeneration used for expansion of the organism's abilities. At the key moment of the combat, allowed for use by special forces, has some side effects. What does that even mean? So we've got new voice lines added for bosses. We got Killa, Tagilla, Knight, Bird Eye, and Big Pipe all have new voice lines. That's pretty cool. List of changes. So rebalance weapon mastering progression, rebalancing trading and prices, added new barter items, rebalance conditions and rewards in the old quests as well as added new ones. Some quests in the chain can now become available after a period of time after the completion of the previous one. I wonder what that means. Okay, that makes me worried. Is it we're just gonna have to wait like an arbitrary amount of time before we can do our next quest? Okay, well, we'll see about this one, but this might be like a mismatch in like translation. Various improvements and changes in the hideout. The spawn point of some quest items have been changed. The item will be in one of the random places located near each other. Oh, so they're moving around where quest items spawn? How's that gonna work for like items that spawn in like locked rooms? Well, I guess we'll find out today. Some recipes for crafting in the hideout will become available as a reward for completing specific quests. I like that. Okay, I like that. That's cool. I like that, BSG. More of this kind of stuff. More like actual rewards for quests. A new type of extraction is available on streets. To activate it, you will need to fire a green flare cartridge in the area before the exit. Otherwise, you will be shot by snipers when approaching the exit. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay. Add the ability to add a craft to your favorites as well as search by name in the craft list. Oh my god, finally. I'm so happy about this. I might actually use my hideout now. Added weapon malfunctions for bots. Dude, I can't wait to be fighting a scaven against a malfunction. Oh my god, it's gonna feel so good. Improved the behavior of rogue bosses. Well, we're not gonna be worrying about those guys for a while. I'm not going near those guys. Added a complete up-to-date localization for Chinese, Czech, Italian, and Polish languages. Graphics and sound. Added support for FSR 2.1, a picture scaling technology developed by AMD that upscales lower image resolution to higher resolution in real time for display on higher quality monitors. Optimized the draw distance of various types of glass. Optimized the rendering of decals. Optimized the rendering of trees at long distances. Reworked the sound mechanics. Steam Audio has been completely removed from the project and replaced with Oculus Audio. Oculus Audio, eh? The sound positioning system changes will be noticeable regardless of the binaural sound setting, but we recommend enabling binaural audio for the best experience. Okay, well, I'll enable it and I'll give it a try. In the current implementation, the sound positioning system handles a much larger number of conditions to form the final sound in relation to the player's position. Final adjustments of positioning is available on Factory Customs, Woods, Streets of Tarkov. Other locations will have the quality of sound positioning gradually improve in the upcoming updates. Interesting. All right, now we've got a massive list of fixes to go through. Fixed several memory leaks, fixed an issue where already looted containers were left open to other players, fixed a soft lock issue that, wait a minute, is this not intentional? The way containers like just stay open if you don't. I kind of like that though, because it lets you know like people were there already because the container was left open. Fixed a soft lock issue that occurred when players picked up weapons from bots in some instances. Fixed error 228, which was caused by healing outside the raid in some instances. Fixed some places where bots could fall through the geometry on customs. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, but maybe it's something nobody's ever seen happen and it just happens. Fixed the spawn of bots right next to players. Fixed the reaction of bots to players loading into raids without any equipment. Fixed the reaction of raiders to players behind transparent object or glass. Fixed an issue with vehicle extraction during the heal animation. Was that why sometimes the Uber driver would go away without us because we were healing while it arrived? Fixed a visual bug in the flea market when selecting items. Fixed a visual bug with the visuals of water with SSR enabled. Incorrect head rotation while aiming. Fixed graphical artifacts when changing anti-aliasing mode in raid. Fixed some weapon mods glowing in the dark. Fixed the sight position on the Saiga 12. There was an issue with the sight position on the Saiga. Fixed freezing when jumping over certain objects. Fixed the ability to complete multiple quests with a single quest item. Fixed bots' reactions to smoke grenades. Fixed the wounded sound in the lobby. Flashlight issue in optics after using a thermal sight. Fixed camera position when shooting the crisp vector with the folded buttstock. Oh my god, that's been broken since that gun got added. That's actually kind of hilarious. It's only being fixed now. But I guess nobody, why would you ever use a vector with a folded buttstock anyway? Added the sound of attachments on the T5000M. Fix the effect of the AK MP sight on 7.62 AK recoil. Fix the incorrect description of the Leopold Mark IV LR 6.5 20 by 50 30mm rifle scope. Fix the sound of bushes on the loading screen when spawning near a bush. Oh, cool. God, shit's so annoying. Fix the delay when changing scope magnification on the MP18. Fix incorrect behavior of interface when selling disassembled items to traders. Also a notification about parts blocking the ability to sell. Okay, so this bug was like a visual bug where you could go into the trade screen, add the gun, take it back, disassemble it, then add the parts back, and you would get like more money for it. Like it was bugged. Fix the scaling of the MP133 shotgun shells model during reloading. Fix the incorrect SIG MCX muzzle flash when installing a muzzle device in raid. Fix the eating and drinking animation from third person. Fix the change of FOV while aiming with a weapon with a folded buttstock. Fix bots not reacting to death of other bots, voice lines. Fix the bots' behavior when they see players who peek out from behind an obstacle. And many other technical fixes and improvements. So lads, there it is. That is the patch notes. That was very, very long, but also I would imagine it would have been much longer if they actually added everything into it. As we know, BSG do very much like to leave a lot out of these patch notes because they like to keep a surprise for everybody. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I am going to be live on Twitch when this video gets uploaded. I will be playing on Wipe Day, and the wipe is going to be coming any minute now after I finish recording this. So guys, have a wonderful wipe day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and lads, I will fucking see you on customs trying to get the bronze pocket watch. Peace out, my dudes.